So let's hope it can fit. Otherwise I have a header that I can't use for anything at all. Yes. Alright. Turn off the engine and go outside. Wow. What do you say now, huh? Bales all over the place. Oh. So you can see if I maybe I should look where I drive. Oh, hi. I didn't even see you. How did you manage to sneak aboard my my combine harvester without me seeing it? Well, anyway. Now that you are here, it's good. I trust you had a nice little weekend. Although it's been weekend here at least. I've done some slight modifications since you've been gone last, so we can discuss it further. Now we are heading to the shop because I am getting myself some new equipment. Hi, I'm Michael, and welcome to Farming Simulator 17 once again. In the last couple of hours, the last 24 hours or so, I have learned new stuff. First of all, I have learned something very, very exciting. Well, at least I think it's exciting with respect to the game. And that is that we can use larger headers for the combine harvester. So you're not stuck with the suggested ones. You can actually use whatever you want. That's not the really exciting. That's exciting enough, but that's not the real. The real exciting thing is that we now have, or now because it's probably been here some time, with the Kuhn DLC package, you can wrap square bales. And at least for me this was something new. No, probably not for you, but for me it was. And that makes a huge transition, so I'm afraid that you're not going to see me actually use the round baler, but I think it's enough to say that it is terrible annoying to use, because you have to pick up the 4,000 liters of hay or straw or whatever it is, and then you have to stop up and unload it. So you sort of go forward, you stop, you go forward, and you stop. And the problem is that if you don't stop and also back up a little, you will be missing some parts. So yeah. All right, but now I'm going to sell this header here. It's been a trusted friend, but I'm not going to use it anymore, obviously, because I have over here a brand spanking new 7-meter wide header. I've been told that this header should be small enough for this combine harvester to drive it. So let's hope it can fit. Otherwise I have a header that I can't use for anything at all. Yes. Alright. Turn off the engine and go outside. Wow. What do you say now, huh? So the idea is that if you make, I'm going to show you it like this. I'm going to go outside. Technically, how do you say technically? This harvester could wield a much larger header. So I could have put 24 feet or 50 feet or whatever we have. Let's just check it out before I say something extremely stupid. Headers, let's check the largest. The largest is the Superflex Draper, 45 feet, so almost. 13.7 meters. What about that? Yeah, it's smaller. So this is the largest header that you have. I could also have taken this 45 feet here, a Case I Draper 45 feet, and slapped it on my Case International combine harvester, no problem. It might be that you need some first of all, you need some horsepower in your combine harvester to drive it. That's the first problem, and obviously it's a reasonable problem. But also, if you put on too wide a header on your combine harvester, for example this, the pipe will not be able to reach a wagon. So you sort of have to go back and forth in order to reach the header. So yeah, that's one thing to notice. But I have bought this header here, and we're going to test it out in the next harvest. Obviously it's going to take some time. Let's just compare in size. This is so this is the old header. Really real difference, huh? Alright, so let's check it out. It's 14 feet, so I'm just going to check out, sorry, wrong menu. I think what we got was this, yes, 4.3 meters. So this Russelmarsch Power Stream 700 with 7 meter is almost twice as large. So I could take this also 7.6 meters and slap it on. It might be that my combine harvester won't be able to drive that fast, and also yeah, I think we're going to have problems with want to sell it, not for much, but so let's I'm going to drive my newly bought combine harvester with my newly bought header back to the farm, and then I'll see you there in a bit. So see you later. Okay, welcome back. Just look at that difference. This is the old header, this is the new header. I actually think that I'm going to need to find a different place to park my combine harvester, because it almost doesn't fit in here. But anyway, let me show you some of the changes. I don't know if I showed you that I bought a new windrower. Yeah, I talked about that in the last video. So this is the bale wrapper. This bale wrapper can actually wrap square bales like those. And also, of course, since I got another bale wrapper, I also bought the same. So I sold it, and now I bought it. The wrapper. Alright. And as you can see, I've already done some work. This is how it stacks the bales. I really find it cool. So it can stack, I think it's 16 bales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be able to stack 2 more, I think, on top of it. And I am not sure that they can actually stand in here. We're going to see that, because we are going to stack some hay bales. But first we're going to make them. And I already have my trusted tractor standing up here waiting for us, blinking and doing all kinds of funny things. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the square bale wrapper. I'm going to show you now why I really find this wrapper so cool. And the explanation is actually quite simple. The round baler, which is also a lot smaller, will produce a round bale, and then you, like I said, you have to stop up, back. You don't have to back up, but because otherwise you could just slow down to an extreme degree, so that you can stop exactly when it reaches the 4,000 liters, because when it does that, it's not going to pick up anything else. It's just going to stop picking up anything, no matter what you do, until you unload that round bale inside it. It won't do anything else. And so if you just continue driving forward like this, you will be missing all from where you got the 4,000 and to where the pickup thing mechanism stops. You'll miss that part. So that is why I said you have to stop and back up a little and then empty the round bale. Now I'm going to show you how this works. So let's start up. Going to see it from the side because I think that's more cool. Maybe the other side so we don't get a lot of trees. And then we're going to put down the header and start up the machine. Alright. Now notice the numbers down in the corner. When it reaches 4,000, it just continues. And as you can see, I'm going to drive around a little, and then you can see when it reaches the 4,000, it will produce a bale, push the bale out a little, pick up, produce another bale, and obviously at some point it will empty what it has. So here you can practically just drive around and produce bales. So let's do that. I got a little angled in there. Perhaps I didn't get it all. The only, absolutely only, the absolutely only disadvantage I can come to think of this bale wrapper here, the squared bale wrapper like this, is that you have no real control onto where your bales actually are positioned. So it could be, for example, in here in the grass. It could be slanted in an angle, it could be anywhere. But that is also, from my opinion, the absolutely only disadvantage by using this bale wrapper here. Because in any other respect, it is so much more better. And faster, a lot faster, because you can just drive. But I'm going to finish this field, and then I'm going to get back at you when I am finished, and then we can collect the bales and perhaps start on a new harvest. We need to plow first. Okay, as you can see, we now have a lot of square bales lying around here. The bale wrapper almost have 4,000 liters of hay in it. So no, not hay, sorry, straw. So I have few patches lying around. One here, for example, little patch here, one here. Small patches around that normally wouldn't do anything. They won't provide me with millions of dollars, or euro in this case. But I think I'm going to pick them up just to empty the baler. But let's get this tractor here refueled and let's just clean it up a bit. Stop. full. I really like these, I don't know what they are, small elves or something like that can help me. Alright, so this is going to be a bit noisy, so I probably won't talk while we're doing this. I'm just going to get over here, then we can talk a little bit. I really like the fact that you can stand anywhere you want and clean the entire tractor. I could stand here, just spray on the wheel, and it will become clean nonetheless. Alright, so let's go get the bale collector. I haven't actually figured out what the cleaning process do, if it does anything, if it makes any difference. I like it because I think it's nice to have a clean tractor, but for the functionality, I'm not sure it does anything. Definitely shouldn't drag it around like that. Alright. So now you can see how the bale collector actually works. So we're just going to... But basically what it does is that it collects the bales. Right. Alright, so I'm going to put it in collect position. I am not going to put it in collect position because I have... So now you can see what it does. Pick up this bale here. So basically what it does is that it automates this process. I just want to get this bale lying for itself over here. You could take yourself, take a silent tractor. You could take, it's hard to turn. You could take a forklift, put on a bale spike, and then collect them manually. That wouldn't be a problem at all. But it would take a heck of a lot of time. As you can hear and probably also sense, my tractor is almost too small for this collector here. Let's see if we can get it like this. Sure. Now we also get to see how large a full stack is. It's heavy. Oh, it's heavy for my little tractor. one more, and it should be full. There we go. It should arrange itself in not pick upable. No, it doesn't. But it certainly can't pick anything up. I am really terrible at reverse driving with these things, so I'm going to take it from the outside, and then it is... Yeah, I should select it, unload bales, wire. Yeah. Nice and slow. And there we... No further. Outside and take a look. Yeah, it's it's really too tall for I think I'm going to try to figure out what I can do in order to have some place to store these bales here, but perhaps outside. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe because I think if I push them backwards, they're going to tip over. So, welcome back. I've collected some bales. As you can see here, they're ready to be positioned. And as I imagine, trying to push them in there just made a heck of a mess. So, I actually think I'm going to sell this building because I'm not really using it, and well, most of these things, well, at least game-wise, can stand outside for themselves, and also, well, yeah. It seems more realistic to have them stored in here, nice and tidy, but I'm simply not going to waste time doing that. And also I'm curious to see if all of it sort of just drops together when I try to sell the building. But let's do that, and if it doesn't work, I can always get back to it. I think it's the last small storage shelter that I have. So I can find it. There's a small storage shelter. It is a small storage shelter, right? Yeah, it is. So let's see what happens when I sell it. Wrong menu. There it was. Bye-bye. Oh, they're still standing. And I still have the concrete. Now, I would really like to have some sort of shelter where all of these bales can be positioned. But unfortunately I don't. But I'm really interested in seeing what happens when I try to push to the bales with this stack here. Bales all over the place. Oh! I think I'm going to use a little bit of time trying to tidying this up a little bit, just a little bit, so it doesn't look this messy. Because obviously when I try to stack something else, it's going to be just as problematic. But I'm going to spend a little time on doing that, and then I'll get back to you when we're ready for the next leg. So go in and get yourself a cup of coffee, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi and welcome back. I just noticed something completely insane. The auto stacker is completely careless on how the pallets you want to, or the bales you want to stack, how they are placed. As you can see here, it stacks anything. Now, will you look at that? This is what I'm talking about. Perfectly stacked, and I'm pretty confident that when I want to pick up the bales and move them elsewhere, I can do the same trick. It's a really hardcore machine that can pick out bales from the bottom, pull them out, and put them on the collector wagon here. Alright, but I think actually that the time is up, so I'm just going to get this bale collector wagon here in place, and then I'll look over how much footage I have, and then we can decide whether we should continue or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 bales of silage and 16, 32, 40 something bales of straw. Now obviously I'm going to use a lot of straw for the beddings for the animals, but still. So I think I'm going to say quits here. It's also almost evening. Time to go in and get supper. But let's just yeah. I'm gonna say goodbye bye for now, and then I'll see you in the next video where we are going to plow the fields and cultivate them. And then finally we're going to sow the new our new crops. Let's go up and sell this. I think it gives around, is it 2,000 and something here up in at the barn. So it's a pretty nifty price. If you make a lot of them, you can really make some money. Of 5,000. So you can see if I maybe I should look where I drive. If I sold all the pallets that I have, I could be making a pretty decent price. Let's just park it here. And with that said, I'm going to say bye-bye for now. See you in the next video. I hope so. And feel free to give me constructive comments and so on, all those things, because honestly, I really do need them. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.